Where's all the fish at? They're definitely not in Nevada. Maybe they're in Arizona. Let's go. All right, we are back for another adventure. We're on the Nevada side now. We're gonna kayak down into the Arizona coves. Tons of coves to explore. Let me explain. I got here, today is Saturday. I got here Thursday night. Yesterday, I just went out and explored. I went over to that side and hit the different coves. I found a big cove that I could not explore all of as the wind picked way up and I had to bail and come back here. Anyways, that cove was super dope. I didn't have my snorkel gear with me. I'll have it this time. Didn't have my flippers. I'll have them this time. And there is one more big cove. I got back here and was trying to look on maps. And just to the, what would be south of where we're going, is another gigantic cove that I'd like to go explore. Okay, one of the things I need to happen this weekend is the wind to cooperate with me. Yesterday, it was not being very cooperative. Destroyed my 4th tent of the year. And when I was over there exploring and I was coming back, usually it always pushes from the south, which would have drugged me back because I had gone that way. Anyways, it did not. It came straight at me. So fun times. You live and you learn. Nothing you can do. Mother Nature. It's gonna do what it wants to do. Okay, so I'm just about packed up. We're gonna get on the road and won't show you too much of that boring paddle, but you'll see a little bit of it. Let's go. Oh, did I forget to mention we're also fishing? Yes, we're also fishing. Yesterday I got a couple bumps from I think it was a smallmouth, not really sure, but a smaller bass. And didn't catch anything though, but I got a couple really good bites. So we're heading back to that same cove. And one last thing, time check is 7:30. Yesterday was the hottest I have personally ever experienced. I believe it was somewhere between 122 and 127. You think, what? Yes, I've experienced 120 before. This was hotter, for real. I started my truck twice within about an hour. One time it read 122, one time it read 127. Not sure which one it was that was accurate, but it was hot, like for real, struggle. So today ain't gonna be much different. So I gotta get all my stuff done this morning. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, we are set. Coffee, check. Batteries, check. Snacks, check. Water, check. We're good to go. All right, life jacket's on. Yes, I do forget it from time to time. Snorkel, flippers, got everything. Not forgetting a thing, I swear. I've got the polarized lens on for you guys so you can see what I see. Yesterday was pretty nice. It was pretty glassy, so I zoomed across pretty quick. So we're heading up and see, the last episode we explored that cove over there. This time the one I did yesterday is over here, and the really big one is along that ledge there. Probably hard to see exactly where I'm pointing, but you know, you get the rough idea. All right, see you when we're there. Unless anything else happens. All right, we're about halfway there. I'm going for the big cove first that I have not been to, so we will be seeing it together for the first time. Whee! Okay, this is not the exact cove I thought it was. Definitely still some stuff to explore. I thought this one went a lot deeper that way, but I was just looking it up and it's actually the next one down over. But this looks like some very good fishing. A little beach line. Oh, this is gorgeous. Fallen trees, good spot to fish for some bass right down into there. Still got some shadows. Well, that was the hardest part of the paddling I'm gonna have to do, I believe, as long as the wind cooperates the rest of the day. The rest of the way it'll be we'll be using the wind to our advantage. I've always liked to sneak up on the cattail line because sometimes in front of it there'll be tall grass and I want to avoid the tall grass. Of course I should just throw on a top lure. Some of the diving ducks and the baby diving duck. Oh, water looks good. Don't see any grass in this area. I see a little off in the front of that one. Okay, I'm starting to come into a little bit of grass now. Not bad. More importantly are the fishies here. Really not a ton of grass. Just kind of a little bit in that corner right there. I just saw a big fish. I think it might have been a carp, but it kind of had the back end of a bass. It just caught the back half of it when I looked down. Here, fishy, 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 fishies. I'm just gonna poke my head in here. Back to the fishing mission. Oh, tell me that is not a gorgeous view. Woo-wee. I'm starting to get some grass there, see that? Okay, I'm gonna take a few shots here. Booyah! The lure's got itself hooked up. Oh, first cast. Oh. Dang it. I don't think that was, oh no, here he comes. Boom, boom. It's a bluegill. Oh shoot, he bit his tail off. You little bastard. Well, I guess let's see if it still works without its tail. I got more, it's no biggie. That was first cast. Well, I think I gotta put another one on. That one just doesn't look right without a tail. It's not wobbling or nothing. Just one aggressive little bluegill. But I have more technology. Hopefully the bass are that aggressive. Good grief. So this is what I used to do my underwater filming with. I know, random story, right? For those of you that don't know, supposedly the GoPros are waterproof, but everybody that I've heard use them where they don't have a cover, when they get out of the water the sounds all muffled, and I don't like that. Don't want to expedite ruining my camera. All right, back in business. Okay, round two. Keep your tail, buddy, keep your tail. There you go. I was biting. You're missing your tail. Oh, good job. Good job. I think there's tall grass over here, but I'm going to give it a crack anyway. Yep. Sometimes you get lucky, you come out of the tall grass and there's a bass sitting on the other side. We'll circle around back to that other big cove. paw prints there. Not much to offer on this beach, just have some cool water. About to exit the cove. Thought I'd try that tree line out a little bit. Couple flicks of the lure and then on our way. As they say, one more cast, over and over. Sometimes that one more cast leads to a big fish. Oh no. Nope. Nope. Not good. Just casting at the trees. Alright, we got a mission to do. I'm coming. Casting accuracy 101. Don't aim for the bushes that close. Alright, last cast and then we're moving on. Thought I had something, maybe I just had a pile of grass. Yep. Okay, let's move coves. Okay, where the blue dot, that's us. We're gonna go into that one right there. And they have that little shallower one just north of us. And then that real skinny one, that skinny one is where I got the little, I didn't catch the bass, but he was biting. And then it just fingers off little directions. I didn't explore all of this, but that one is a very, very cool cove. So that is the plan. I don't know if you guys noticed what time it was when we were looking at the map, but it just turned 9 o'clock. It is already really toasty. That's why filming some of the underwater footage is good. A little respite. Well, that bird has a fish in his mouth. It's funny, I thought it was one of the grackles that had a cracker. I fed it. Watch the shorts. You'll see what I'm talking about. Come on, Arizona, treat me right. You've been good to me so far. Okay, so far, so good. Not so good on the fish, but views, gorgeous. It's beautiful back in here. We're about to come into some super tall grass. You can see the little bait fish swimming around. But let me tell you guys, this doesn't suck at all. It is beautiful. This is where the polarized lens will help you guys see. The wind's causing a little bit of an issue, but when it's calmer you can see it a lot better. Well, I think we'll head back to the other cove. There's it kind of zigzags, so we might hit some calmer waters. Either way, we're gonna get you some good views, and hopefully we get the fish, most importantly. Okay, exiting the cove back into the rough waters. Whee! You guys can see that, like this directly as the wind's pushing at us right now. That's not real good for me right now because later on we got to go that way, and ideally we want the wind pushing in that direction at least a little bit, but we'll see what happens. For now we will use it to our advantage. Up on top of the hill, that's a little red beacon that flashes. Oh, she is gorgeous. Pretty. That's part of the cove I didn't explore yesterday. Yeah, we'll go explore all that. I don't know how deep it goes back or all the crevices, but it's gonna be neat, I guarantee it. One of the reasons I also like to snorkel is it kind of gives me a perspective of where the fish like to hide out. Oh boy. boy, the wind is pumping. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, look at that. A sheep, bighorn sheep. 3 bighorn sheep right there. Hey, what's up, buddies? That is cool. One's hiding behind the bush right now, and the two are to its right. What's up, guys? The rocks are falling down. Like, this poor crazy guy's just sitting here talking to himself. You guys can come down, have a drink. I'm just gonna come down here, fish a little, and then go swimming, you know? Woo-wee! You guys can see the water change, that's the wind. Well, it's hot, and it's about that time. See the little bluegill right below us? We're dropping into the grass. Oh no! Look at that big school of bluegill underneath us. Man, just look at those views. I'm planning on fishing off that here in a second. But I gotta get out and stretch the legs. My back is hurting. And then I see this little cliff behind us. I want to see what's on the other side of it. I think we'll be able to see the canyon. I heard at one point, I heard like a big clack, so I don't know if something's up behind there or not. Anyways, so one of the things I like to do is just sit here and soak the nature in, you know. As I'm sitting here, I'm looking up, and the bighorn sheep are up there looking down at me. One up off to the left over here, and then the two together. But yeah, these are my views at the moment. Alright, we're on top of the hill. Some poor fish got annihilated up here. I'm assuming that's fish carcass. Oh, look at those views. Snorkel in through there, around that way, out and around, much as possible. Bighorn sheep buddies still hanging up there. Cool views, man. What? Rocks are falling. Almost looks like there's a little cave right where they're at. I'm so glad I came up here. So getting ready to go back down the hill right now, and off in this little thing right in front of the grass, there's a bass about yay big. Yep, I'm coming for you, big dog. Okay, this is the line yesterday I was fishing when I got the couple of bites. Oh, nothing going there. Okay, do I risk? See if I can hit this line right between the rocks and the grass. Perfect. Well, no going there. Cast against this rock line, and then I'm jumping in the water. Well, sometimes you have luck and sometimes you don't. Okay, that was the better part of a couple dozen casts and not even a sniff, so let's go see where they're at. Well, that was a bummer. Water's kind of murky. Not too many fish. A little bluegill, one good-sized catfish that swam underneath us. So this is the line that I did. I dropped in here, came up over here to these, then came back, went all the way around into there, out against those cattails, back out around, all the way here. That's about where we saw the catfish right there. And then out to about that point, turned around, came back. But yeah, there's just that, some kind of, I don't know, it looks like pollen is the best way I can describe it, just floating in the water. A month ago it was glass clear, so. And there was more fish. Where are all the fish at? Well, when I mean fish, I mean bass. Any kind of bass. Seen the one up on top of the rock, but when we went back in that part of the cove, he was non-existent. Okay, well, I just had a snack, some water. The water I had was originally mostly frozen, and they're already warm. That's how hot it is right now. Okay, we're gonna head back over to that other cove, check it out. Haven't been there, neither of you, so let's go. Oh yeah, a little tiny bit of a shore. There's a little bit of smell of death back in here, stinks. There's this piss bottle. Trash. I tell you what, this is where you would not want to be when it's raining. Little waterfall. Huh. Pretty cool. Well, for the journey back. It's pretty windy right now. Good sized wakes. About 3 boats came in and out of that cove in about a span of 5 minutes, so I'm gonna explore more of the coves, but it's probably gonna be boat. At that time of day, I think we just turned, oh boy, see what I mean? What are we, 11 o'clock. Okay, it is windy. Hear me now, believe me later. Gonna try to use it to my advantage. We'll see. Wish me luck. Wow, so easy. I was expecting a nightmare, but I'm like barely paddling and the wind's pushing me from my back. I'm almost back. Just chilling, thinking about dropping a line. Why not? Just cruising on back. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Now if we can just pull in a monster bass for lunch. Legit think we can just throw it out there, just troll it on back. Now if I just had a cold beer, life would be perfect. Alright, gotta keep an eye on the waves so I don't lose you guys. But yeah, this is the life. In the open water, heading back to base camp, trolling a lure. I realized in that last video that bass I caught, that was the first fish I've caught in a kayak, and so far the only one. Trying to change that. I'm trying to change that. Well, we're into that time of day where I got a little shade. It's past 5 o'clock. A couple more hours, that sun will be kissing the mountains. All good from there. But yeah, I gotta watch the sunset both sides. Come on. Waiting for the sun to drop. Nice. Either got something or I think I got something. Holy crap. Oh no, I got grass. I do have something. I have grass. Okay, that's a gamble right there. Chances of me getting snagged are high. Very difficult to see out there. Sun's about to drop over the mountains. Looks like more tree line and just keeps wrapping around. Well, the wind is shifted. Now it's coming from the west and going kind of east, northeast, so I should be able to take advantage of it and kind of meander on back slowly but surely, casting lines here and there. Man, I don't want to get skunked this weekend, but we're kind of heading in that direction. Come on, fishy fishies, where you at? If you look way in the background, like way in the background, you'll see the tip of a mountain. That's Spirit Mountain. I've done a video over there called Christmas Tree Pass or something along that line. That was a pretty cool spot. Yep, see, this wind is working out nice. Same thing that happened last night. The wind shifted and started coming out of the west, so I wondered if it was going to happen tonight, so that's why I came up north. It's like, well, just gamble. It's the worst that's going to happen. Getting ready to drop over the mountain. I'm already in shade, it feels like. It's weird. There she goes. So pretty. Well guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. Full day of adventuring, wore out to say the least. Kayaked quite a few miles today, but I'm gonna run a night lapse after this and then into the photos. Well, from Colorado River, get out there in nature so that you can stay in the silver state of mind. All right, peace. Woo.
Summer outside, winter indoors. Cats and butterflies around my head. Summer outside, winter indoors. Where do we go? Hush, don't let me know. I don't wanna be here, half alive. The zombies stare, put me out of my misery and love me. Every waking hour, rose petals bloom. I'll see you soon, I'll see you soon.